Your AI isn't thinking, it's just searching. And that's the problem. In 2024, everyone rushed to implement retrieval augmented generation, connecting their LLMs to private data. It worked, but only for the easy questions. Today, we're talking about what comes next: Agentic RAG, the architecture that transforms your AI from a search engine into a reasoning agent. Let's start with traditional RAG. Look at it visually. It's a straight line. User asks question, database returns answer. Simple, clean, linear. But here's the reality. Real-world business problems don't work like this. Traditional RAG makes two dangerous assumptions. First assumption, the user asks a perfect question. They know exactly what information they need and how to ask for it. Second assumption, the database has a perfect, easily retrievable answer sitting there, waiting to be found. In theory, beautiful. In practice, frustrating. A customer calls with a complex problem involving 3 different systems. The question is ambiguous. The answer might be scattered across 5 different documents. And sometimes, the actual answer isn't even in your database. It requires real-time web data. Traditional RAG fails at all of this. Your AI hits a wall and says, "I don't know." That's where most organizations are stuck right now. Now meet Agentic RAG. This isn't just better search. This is fundamentally different. Think of an agentic system like a skilled researcher, not an algorithm following a checklist, an actual intelligent agent. Here's what changes. First, multi-source intelligence. A traditional system looks in one book. An agentic system looks everywhere. Second, intelligent iteration. When it hits a dead end, it doesn't give up. It re-strategizes. See those gears in the diagram? That's the refinement iteration loop. The agent asks itself, this approach didn't work. What should I try next? Maybe the first search query wasn't optimal, so it reformulates. Maybe it needs data from a different source, so it pivots. Maybe it needs to break down the problem into smaller subproblems, so it does that. It's recursive problem solving, not linear retrieval. Third, smart tool selection. Different tasks need different tools. Need to calculate financial metrics? Use the SQL tool. Need current market information? Use the web search tool. Need to analyze internal documents? Use the vector database. The agent doesn't just search. It intelligently routes the query to the right tool, then chains multiple tools together when needed. This is why it's powerful. Let me break down the actual differences you're seeing here. In traditional RAG, single search, single answer. No error recovery. Fixed tool usage. Always uses the same retrieval method. Assumes the query is well formed and the answer exists. No reasoning about where to look. In Agentic RAG, multiple searches, multiple sources, synthesized answer. Built-in error recovery. If one approach fails, try another. Dynamic tool selection. Picks the right tool for each subtask. Handles ambiguous queries by clarifying and decomposing them. Reason about optimal search strategies. The difference is agency. Traditional RAG is reactive. You ask, it searches, it returns what it found. Agentic RAG is proactive. It understands your intent. It reasons about the best approach. It adapts when the obvious path doesn't work. This matters because real business problems are complex. Let me give you 3 real-world examples where Agentic RAG shines. Example 1. Customer support inquiry. Customer, why is my invoice higher than last month? And what promotions are we eligible for? Traditional RAG searches billing documents, finds the invoice, doesn't understand the comparison, doesn't know about active promotions, returns, invoice found, unable to answer your question. Agentic RAG retrieves current invoice, previous month invoice, searches promotion database, compares amounts, cross-references eligibility criteria, returns, your invoice is higher because of X, Y, Z. Here are 3 promotions you qualify for. Example 2, financial analysis. A manager asks, how is our Q4 performance comparing to historical trends, and what external factors might have impacted us? Traditional RAG looks for a report, doesn't find one that answers this, fails. Agentic RAG pulls Q4 financial data, queries historical databases, retrieves market research, pulls recent news about industry trends, synthesizes all of it. Returns, Q4 shows X% growth versus average. This is primarily due to A and B, C. Example 3. Compliance and risk assessment. A legal team needs to understand, are we compliant with the new regulations in 3 different jurisdictions? Traditional RAG searches compliance documents. Each is isolated, no synthesis. Agentic RAG retrieves relevant regulatory documents from all 3 jurisdictions, cross-references with current company policies, identifies gaps, suggests remediation steps. Returns compliant in X, non-compliant in Y, compliant in Z. See the pattern? Agentic RAG thinks like a consultant. Traditional RAG searches like a library. Let's talk about what's actually happening under the hood. An agentic RAG system typically has these components. The router. This is the intelligent dispatcher. When a query comes in, the router analyzes it and decides, which tool should we use? In what order? The tools, multiple data sources and capabilities. Vector databases for semantic search. SQL for structured data. Web search for real-time information. APIs for external integrations. Knowledge graphs for relationship mapping. The iteration loop, the gears you see in the diagram. After using a tool, the agent evaluates. Did this work? Do I have enough information? Should I try a different approach? The synthesizer combines information from multiple sources into a coherent, accurate answer. The feedback mechanism learns from what worked and what didn't, improving future iterations. The genius is in the feedback loop. Traditional systems follow a predetermined path. Agentic systems adapt their path based on what they learn. And here's the important part. The aesthetic may be vintage. But this architecture, this is the immediate future of intelligent systems. Enterprises are already moving this direction. Because linear pipelines break at scale, agentic workflows don't. If you're building AI systems right now, here's what you need to understand. Traditional RAG got us to the starting line. It proved that LLMs plus private data equals powerful applications. But it also revealed the limitations. And every organization that's scaled traditional RAG has hit the same wall. The system can't handle complexity. Agentic RAG solves for that. You need agentic RAG if your users ask ambiguous questions. Answers exist across multiple data sources. You need real-time external information. Your problems require multi-step reasoning. Users expect smart, adaptive responses. That's basically every serious business application in 2025. The organizations that move to agentic architectures now will have a massive advantage. They're not just implementing AI, they're implementing intelligent reasoning systems. So here's your takeaway. If your AI system is just searching and returning results, it's 2024 architecture. If your AI system is reasoning about how to find answers, adapting when approaches fail, and synthesizing information from multiple sources, that's 2025. The future isn't better retrieval, it's smarter reasoning, and that's agentic RAG. Have you built with agentic RAG yet? Or are you still scaling traditional approaches? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more on the cutting edge of AI architecture, subscribe for the latest videos on what's actually happening in enterprise AI.